At 2:17 a.m., Daniel Mercer received an email that should not exist. It wasn't spam, it wasn't phishing, and it wasn't a mistake. The subject line read, "You have 3 hours." Daniel was the CEO of a fast-growing AI cybersecurity company based in San Francisco. 32 floors above the city, his name was printed on glass walls and investor reports. His company was valued at $1.8 billion. He built it from nothing. But that night, something was wrong. The email was sent from his own corporate account. Timestamp 2:17 a.m. Location tag, inside headquarters. Device, his encrypted office desktop. Daniel was at home. He hadn't stepped into the office since 6 p.m. Inside the email was a single attachment. No message, no explanation, just a file labeled Board Final DEM-P4. His hands hesitated for a moment. Then he clicked. The video opened. It was the boardroom. His boardroom. The long walnut table. The city lights behind the glass. The same room where investors had applauded him just days ago. But this video wasn't from any official meeting. The camera angle was wrong, low, hidden, like it had been placed inside the room without permission. Then he saw himself, sitting at the head of the table, arguing. The audio was clear. Daniel's voice said something he had never said. "I can move the funds without board approval. They'll never notice." His heart stopped. The video continued. In the footage, Daniel was discussing illegal fund transfers, offshore accounts, secret payouts. It was detailed, convincing, perfectly edited. But it wasn't real. He had never had that conversation. The video ended with one final frame, a countdown timer. 02:59:43. 3 hours. Daniel's phone vibrated. Another email. Transfer $25 million to the attached account. Or this goes public. No name. No signature. Just a Bitcoin wallet address. Daniel felt something worse than fear. Doubt. Because the video looked real. Too real. The voice matched perfectly. The lighting matched. Even the reflection on the glass behind him was accurate. Someone had used AI, and they had used it flawlessly. Daniel called his chief technology officer, Maya. She answered on the second ring. He sent her the file. 5 minutes later, she called back. "It's synthetic," she said, "but it's advanced. This isn't amateur deepfake tech. This is military-level modeling." Daniel paced his apartment. "Can we prove it's fake?" Silence. Not immediately. That was the real problem. In 3 hours, the email sender could release the video to investors, to media, to regulators. Even if it was fake, his stock would crash. Partners would pull out. The board would remove him. Reputation doesn't wait for proof. It reacts to headlines. Another message came in. 2 hours, 37 minutes. Daniel opened his laptop again. He zoomed into the footage. Something felt off. Not visually, emotionally. The fake version of him was confident, calm, calculating. But Daniel knew something no AI could fully replicate. Micro-hesitation. In real life, when Daniel lied, and he had lied before, he blinked twice rapidly. In the video, the fake Daniel didn't blink at all during critical statements. Maya called again. "There's metadata hidden in the compression layers," she said. "It's routed through our internal prototype server." Daniel froze. "What prototype?" Maya hesitated. "The internal AI voice modeling system." Daniel's mind raced. 6 months ago, his company had built a confidential AI system capable of replicating executive voices for automated presentations. Only 5 people had access. Daniel, Maya, the CFO, head of security, and the chairman of the board. Daniel checked the timestamp again. 2:17 a.m. That was not random. That was specific. That was deliberate. Then his phone rang. Private number. He answered. A calm male voice spoke. "You built something powerful, Daniel, but you forgot one thing. Control!" The line went silent. Daniel realized something horrifying. This wasn't about money. It was about removal. Someone inside wanted him gone. If he transferred the $25 million, it would look like an admission of guilt. If he refused, the video would go public. Either way, he loses. The clock now showed 01:42 LN. Daniel did something unexpected. He opened a secure line to the chairman of the board. He sent him the video directly, before the blackmailer could. Then he called an emergency 3 a.m. board session. If destruction was coming, he would control the explosion. By 3:08 a.m., 5 board members were on a secure video call. Daniel didn't deny the video. He didn't panic. He explained the AI prototype, the internal access list, the hidden metadata. Then he said something that changed everything. "Release it." The board went silent. Yes, Daniel continued, release the video publicly ourselves, along with a press statement explaining the AI breach. The CFO objected. The chairman hesitated, but Daniel knew the truth. If you expose your own weakness, you remove the power of blackmail. At 4:01 a.m., the company published a statement. An internal AI misuse attempt has been detected. No funds were transferred. Investigation underway. They attached the suspicious footage. Transparent. Brutal. Honest. At 4:16 a.m., Daniel received the final message. You just made a mistake. Then silence. No release from the attacker. No leak. No transfer demand. By 8 a.m., media picked up the story, but not as scandal. As innovation risk, cybersecurity analysts praised the transparency. Investors were shaken but impressed. By afternoon, internal logs identified the source. The chairman's assistant accessed the prototype server at 1:52 a.m., transferred encrypted files to an offshore IP. Arrest followed 2 days later. But that wasn't the real twist. The real twist? The assistant confessed something unexpected. He wasn't trying to steal money. He was hired by a rival tech firm to destabilize Daniel before a merger vote scheduled the following week. The 2 a.m. decision wasn't about money. It was about fear. Daniel had two choices: pay quietly and look guilty, or go public and risk collapse. He chose exposure, and in doing so, he removed the weapon from his enemy's hand, because sometimes the most dangerous decision isn't made at noon. It's made at 2 a.m., and it decides everything.